So I lack what I would call Jeff-thusiasm. So everyone seems to be, making all these lives and doing all these panels on Jeff, and I don't know. I really kind of don't understand that. I mean, to an extent, I think that a lot of people said, they want to watch the train wreck. They want to watch, someone. Someone said they want to actually watch him drink and, cause all this destruction. I mean, I don't know if maybe at a different stage in my life, maybe that would just be something, maybe something interesting. I just don't see, I don't understand what the appeal is. I think that seeing kind of how Jeff has become has only been a disappointment, because there were a lot of people trying to offer some form of help to, I guess, to make him not a disappointment, maybe even get him back into catching and doing something productive or whatever it is, or stop drinking at the beginning at least, or whatever it is. I can't really tell if he is drinking or not, or if it's just his shenanigans. I've never been a good tell of that. But as far as all this goes, I just think it's a little crazy to be focusing that much on it. And when I kind of now think about things like this, I think about death a lot. And I'm just gonna be 100% clear. It's not a healthy thing to always think about death, but I kind of do. And it's because death has consumed my life. Everyone around me has died. There's just been so much death, where death is just very second nature to how I think about things. You think about the last thing you said to someone, you think about, how you could have gone better, and if you think you could have done better in some situation that involved that person that died, promise that you will regret not doing that thing. So, I mean, I'm not really saying either way about Jeff, but I do think about it in terms of that, especially if someone is claiming they have an addiction or whatever it is. So really, as far as Jeff, I kind of just see it as like a calm disappointment is what I would say. And there's just nothing that interesting about seeing a downfall, unless it's someone that has done something horrible, where for example, what I do, like if someone was caught committing a child enticement, breaking a child enticement law, I would want that person charged and held accountable. Anyone like that, I think, should receive, a very lengthy sentence. If they, they killed someone, whatever it is, they should receive, a very serious punishment in relation to what they did. But, there's nothing appealing about just seeing a downfall in of itself and watching that person engage in very destructive, both to himself and everyone else, that kind of behavior. I don't see how that is a win for anyone. There's nothing interesting about that for me. And so I'm just gonna say the best thing I think that I would want to live up to is, looking back, if I think the best way that I could really think of handling it would just be that I would hope for a good outcome, other than this person just continuing to kind of go on a downfall. But at the same time, it is true that there's just been countless people that have offered any kind of form of support or help or whatever it is, and I would recuse that energy from it. Meaning, I think he is a lost cause, and he's just gonna do whatever he's gonna do, however that's gonna go. And the only thing I can really do is not give that much interest. And, no part of me is satisfied in seeing that happen. When I first talked to Jeff, my understanding of him was he was a retired police officer or something like that, and was considered being a catcher, and I wanted to set that up, and then I was very happy about that. Like I would be able to send him catches in New Mexico. I mean, a lot of people got caught up on like the branch thing or whatever. It wasn't about a branch. It was just like if I'm decoying a catch and they're in New Mexico, I probably could just send them the catch, and But I remember how it happened too. Is it kind of was being pointed out to me by other people that he was saying like these kind of extravagant lies and all that, and I was kind of biased for him because I was just like, nah, he's just saying that or whatever. I just didn't really buy into it until I think it was probably something about lying about a degree that he had, where it kind of just broke the camel's back, and I was like, this dude does have a problem. Like, this is kind of pretty crazy. Which I've actually never encountered like that level of, I don't know what it is, pathological lying or whatever it is. That's the word. But going from someone who I thought would just be like a retired cop to maybe I can help catch predators to where we are now, no part of me is happy about that. But at the same time, I don't think it should consume much energy either. Like, I do think he's beyond hope, and I do think, it's not worth investing much interest. But yeah, I'll just say that for the record. And when I say the record, I really am thinking in terms of death, because I would think in terms of, if something did happen, what would be the thing you thought you could do better, or say better, or do better? And in this case, I can't think of anything. So my only thing that I could think of is to not give it any energy. And but yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of my thoughts, like where I kind of feel like people might have regrets about how they're handling the situation if something does happen, because a lot of people, they're kind of just not that in tune with death. They're not that in tune with, like, they might not, I don't know. But unless you are consistently going through experiences of what you could have said or did better with that person and all that, like, constantly, as much as me, where you're kind of always thinking about death and always thinking about trying to make sure you leave any kind of conversation on the best terms you can. You handled every situation the best way you could, so you're not regretting it later if they suddenly die. And I think it's probably I'm always going to be thinking, but I kind of would just want to present that thought into the public realm, and I don't know, kind of for the sake of that, nothing really more.